Hello, everybody. Welcome to the sound test stream. Okay, today, Sunday afternoon here in the UK, I'm going to be having a play with the KAPro. The KAPro number 007, which is the VP1 favorites pack, which is the smallest pack. The smallest pack that has been sampled from the VP1. It's quite new. It contains 10 new samples, all from that incredible synth that came out in the 90s. I don't think they made many VP1s. I think they were extremely expensive when they came out. I think around 30,000 quid. Absolutely, seriously. I know it's it's VV expensive VV. So, there's two people watching. Hello, it's probably me and Joe. Right, anyway, so if is anybody watching at all, can you just say, yeah, the sound's okay, you can hear me, even if it's Joe watching. And we can just have a crack around with these sounds. So I'm gonna it's 32 performances, and it's 2 live sets sort of thing. Hi Grant, how you doing? Good. Okay, so I'll so close the microphone out and blast through a few of these. Also wanted to have a play with my new camera angle, see if that worked. No. Thanks, Rob. So I think this is I also think it's the cheapest of the IAPs because it contains, it's well, not an IAP, is it? Like it's you go and buy the sound packs from Yamaha.com. Each of these contains 8 scenes, and also super knob control. Move me sustain pedal a little bit. So it won't take long to get through them, but I'll shut the mic. We'll have a blast. Very cool. Ask any questions you like. So this first one we're starting is called VP1 Space Portal. I will say that beyond my control, you are listening to this in mono and not stereo, because this is the way that the iPhone and iOS and YouTube work. It only allows me to stream in mono at the moment. Hopefully they'll sort that out in the future and it'll be all stereo. But for now, it's mono. Water tremolo. Next one is called Warm Pad. Chrome versus Montage. Can't really say Jefferson because I've never played the Chrome, although I thought the Chrome looked really good. Is the Chrome the one? Oh no, it's the King Cog I'm thinking of with all the controls on the front, isn't it? Lovely. Lovely. So this is called Accumulator. So the favorites pack is like they've taken some of their favorites from. I mean, it's a new pack. So if you've got a MODX and you buy the favorites pack, it's new. It's not repeated anywhere like the oh, what's it called? Can't remember. There's another one anyway that's kind of like an essentials one or something, but. So the VP1 was a physical modeling synth. You can't. It's very hard to find any videos for it as well. Is there a sound effects presence? Well, probably loads inside the MODX on the patch, the programmed patch. Otherwise, oh hi Tony. But there's no other sound effects routed through to the actual MODX. Next one is called Digital Jupy. So this is called stereo slides, and it's incredible to think that all this stuff is sampled and made with the VP1, the Yamaha VP1. Now you can't really hear it because there's loads of stereo effects going on, and unfortunately you are hearing it in mono, but you can get the idea. Oh, it's unreal. It's unreal. I'll give you an idea of the power of this thing, Tony, right? I ain't kidding, right? This sound. Okay, that is actually using, you can't see this, but this is actually using one part. And inside that part, okay, so let me just have a look what's going on here. So inside this part, they are using one element. That's one sample. This thing is one sample from that VP1 synth. There are another 8 elements inside this one part. So I could add another 8 samples or sounds or oscillators to this one part, right? Okay. So I'm guessing that they've left this clean. So I've just added that piano. So if I go back to element 1 and switch it off, that's a piano, a wave of a piano, so it'll sustain. That's one of the oscillators, so then you can adjust it, right? So it sounds, I know it sounds so late, but that's because the wave that they put in here, because it loads wave files. You can do what you want with them then. So that is affected. So I've got another 8 of them I could load in, and I could choose to load whatever I want in. You know, there's literally there's thousands and thousands and thousands of waveforms and samples and FM waves and stuff. It's insane, right? That's one part, right? Let me turn that back off again and switch that part back on. Right. So that's one part. There are 8 parts. So you can have 8 times 8 of these things going on. Each one can be independently arpeggiated. You can split it. You can layer it. You can do whatever you like with it. You can do multiple effects all over the shop. That's why you can get massive performances. And that's why some people reckon that, it's not a synth there, you can't program it. Oh, you can. You can go in and program whatever you like. It's got like gazillions of programming. It's like programs just like any synth, except that this has got a full bore 8 operator FM synth built in as well. So you can go and program that and all. And then you can layer all the samples with the FM stuff. Oh, it's nuts. It's nuts. I'm telling you. Nuts, man. Nuts. You could never use it all up. This is called VP1. So obviously these are not all the VP1 sounds because it's VP1 pack. So they've worked all this on the VP1. Like they've done the CS80, which is insanely cool as well. This is called Ethnology. Again, just another. These are all one part things, apart from 1 or 2, I think. Exactly the same synth engine as the Montage. The only differences between this and the Montage is it doesn't have... Right, just 1 sec. Joe, the director, has just said that when I'm talking, I'm looking at the actual... I should be looking at you. Sorry, I'm so used to looking at the monitor with the chat on instead of looking over at the cam. Do you know, I couldn't do it live situation. I couldn't do it. I couldn't work on TV. I'd have to read the script. Right. So this is called Ethnology, and I've completely lost the track of what I was saying now. It can't have been important. Right. Right, that's a great question, that is, Jefferson. Does the sound cut out when we change a layered patch to the next one? Right now, not on all of the sounds. On most of the sounds in here are single seamless switching, which has got, you can sell, because on each of the patches it'll have a little 3S logo, 3 S's, which means it'll seamlessly switch between patches, which means you can do, so this sound, Ethnology, is apparently one of those sounds. If I hold it and change to another patch, and then what happens is it doesn't stop. So if I was to say, Right, this is cool. This is what happens. I've now got that space portal sound held down here, right? I'll switch to Ethnology. And it'll remember that sound because it's seamless switching until I take my finger off. So this is called digital brass. Oh, that's right. I was saying this. It's this exactly the same synth engine. It's exactly the same as the Montage inside. There is no difference. The only differences are exterior. Less controls here. Only 4 sliders instead of 8. Although they are all accessible via 1 to 4, 5 to 8 switch there, and you can access everything. So this sound, this pack, this KAPro 007 VP1 favorites pack, is actually a Montage sound set. So this will load all Montage sounds into it, and also all your tutorials on YouTube and everything that are for the Montage are relevant to the MODX as well. They did it to allow access for more people to use the Montage sounds. It is cheaper. The only major difference this doesn't have that the Montage has is this does not have aftertouch, and the Montage does. And that's in mono. Imagine it in stereo. Move on to another patch. This is called Screamer. What's astounding to me is that all these sounds are made from a synth that came out in 1993, the Yamaha VP1, which admittedly did cost about $30,000 or something. So they only made a few, but they're so rare now. They're like Rockanauts. It's also got over 10,000 arpeggiator patterns, Tony, and you can program your own. It's also got a dead basic recorder, but they weren't flogging this as a workstation, nor the Montage. They just synths. But it does. You can record 16 parts on it. You just got no editing. So this is called, excuse me, processed piano. Oh no, you're having, I'm not kidding, 10,000 arps, but admittedly, like, if the cool thing is now I can select the rhythm pattern to play along with it. You couldn't do this with the Montage. If I hit rhythm pattern now and I select, let's sit this, I don't know, trip hop kit. So each, like if it's a drum pattern, it's an ARP, you know what I mean? So we'll go back to our live set now. So this is called Organic Portal. Oh, yeah. Also, just as another thing as well, you can plug it works as a total audio interface. So you plug your iPad into this, everything gets processed through this, so it works just like an audio interface. So also as an audio input, it will also work as a vocoder, so you can plug a microphone in and just set it up as a vocoder. You can also plug a guitar into it and use any of the tons and tons of effect modeling amps and stuff in here. It's just it's mental. It's mental. What Cuckoo did when he was doing a gig, he programmed, because you can put a sample on every single key, like or whatever, split bits. You can split bits of your gig over the sections. He put bits of gig because it will just take wave files in off a stick. You see that stick at the back? I don't know if you can see it. There's a USB stick just there. Put a wave file on there, load it into this, and or you can then you could play it like an instrument. Or you can, you can just build your own instruments and stuff like that. It's mad. It's mad. It is. This is Big Portal. Spatial water. You can map anything to that super mob about a gazillion parameters of anything you like. It's just mad. Great. Jupy Portal. Hey Paul, how you doing? That's what they call it, the super knob. That's what it's called. This is called Wet Dupe. this is cool, Paul. You probably missed the beginning. So this is like this is a pack from KAPro, like you can get off the Yamaha website. For all these things are sampled from the Yamaha VP1 synth from the 90s. Very deep water. So like I said, it contains 32 performances. That's what they call a patch yet to performance, because it has all different bits and things already pre-programmed into it, you know, for the super knob and the assignable controllers and the mod wheels and the assign buttons and all the other sort of stuff that can be controlled. No, everything. No, not running any effects at all, Tony. It's actually, I know you can see it. The outputs are going into the H9, and then from the H9 going into the mixer here. But the H9 is switched off. It's not even plugged in. So it has true bypass. So it's just passing through, not doing anything at all. Droopy brass. That's a classic brass sound. Some sounds just make you want to prog your nuts off. You know what I mean? Right. Oh, look. Bright. Oh, GP Bright. But don't worry, guys. I'm not going to do anything like that again. Apart from the fact my hands are hurting now. It's all improv. I could never play it again. No, we're not cricket heads here, Paul. This is a local house for local people. Right, where are we? And Jupy 8V8 pad. Plenty of these. It put a really cool vibrato on the mod wheel, which is super 80s, which is I love it. Okay. Oh, portal piano. This one's nice. They're very emotive sounds, you know, in this pack. You've got a mixture of like nice, like playable sounds, effect sounds, pad sounds, leads. This is called Ethnic Slither. This one's Screamy Slither. Cool. This is called Zeus Approaching. This is kind of a pointless sound for this video because it's called stereo sweeps and it goes whoosh. So if you can imagine, it starts over at the right side and ends up over at the left side. Ethnic chimes. Awesome sound. Hard to imagine it was all made on a synth though. A resonant, what's it called? Physical resonant, physical modeling synth. That's epic. I love that. That's going on the next Doug and Colin album. Or should I say Doug, Colin and Joe? Joe singing on the next one. So this one's called Clear Waters. Each different patch Paul has, well, control it, the super knob control, and then 8 different scenes that you can mess with as well. Don't forget also that when you get these packs, you also get all the waves to make new sounds with as well. This is called Brighter Warm Pad. It's a lovely sound, isn't it? And then you've got VP1 Fat Brass. Chorus piano, which is, I particularly like this one a lot. Sounds more like a zither. but not least, in 32 performances, you get this VP1 Portal Strings. There you go. Blast through the whole thing. Well, those whole two live sets for the KAPro 007 pack, which is the favorites pack. You get 32 performances. Reprogram the things if you want to, and then do what you want. I do wish that the MODX had more actual memory. So this takes up, loading this pack up took 300 meg, and you get a gig of storage. So you although they just sit on your stick, if I wanted now to put the Bosendorfer grand piano on, or the, I don't know, whatever the other few of the packs that are on here, I have to delete one and reinstall, and it takes a couple of minutes to reinstall a pack, and then you've got them and you can leave it on there. So you got room for about two packs, you know, two sort of loaded in things. Other than that, you're just stuck with the 5 gazillion sounds they supply you with anyway, you know. Anyway, listen, guys, I'm going to go, like, hopefully tonight's live stream, I'm going to do one tonight as well. I wanted to try my new camera angle out. I might leave it like that for tonight as well. But I'm going to, I think, no, you can't expand the memory now. I'm going to, I mean, you can put as much stuff on a stick as you like, but you have to kind of offload it or load it. It's the same as the Montage, only I think the Montage has 4 gig of storage, I think. Right. I'm gonna go. I wanted to do the FM, you know, audio kit FM player 2, because Son of Israel's just got a new sound pack out, and I want to demo that. And Spiders is also included in the update version, so you got Spiders, and well, his was included last week, and then they updated it again today with Son of Israel yesterday. Right, guys. Thank you very, very, very much for watching. I will now have to go over towards the phone and switch it off to stop the stream. Bless you all for turning up today as well. That was epic. So awesome. See you guys. Hopefully I'll see you guys later. If I feel all right, I'm sure I'll be okay. And now I'll be back later, testing out my new camera angle again, because you don't really need to see what's going on here to hear the sounds. You don't really need to see FM player 2, although I could suppose twist it around that way, but there's no real point, because it's just the sound demo. I'm not programming the thing or anything like that. So I think it's sometimes a bit more interesting. Not that it's great to watch me, but it's more interesting to watch something moving around. Right. See you guys later.